Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to Counted Line. Alright, we are in day 2 of early autumn and we have rain predicted for, I don't know what time today. I don't think it gives me an hour by hour forecast here, but we do have rain predicted in the near future, so we need to get this field harvested. Now, I went ahead and harvested, or I went ahead and fertilized, I should say. I fertilized, let's see, field 10 and field 11 already, so they've been fertilized. And I need to cultivate the earth under there, but I probably might do that in spring. I considered putting oilseed radish in those, but it's not efficient with a no-till, because basically you have to cultivate it, plant it, and fertilize it, and then in the spring again you'd have to recultivate it, so it's not super efficient, let's just say that. So if we go over here, no, I just want to go over there. No, we'll go over there in a second. Anyway, so I got the combine. It's currently warming up over here. We got our beans right in this field ready to go as well. As you can see, they are good to go. We can double check that in the, are they ready to harvest? Yes, they are. Excellent. So they're good to go. Just let the combine warm up there a little bit. And also, big news, there's been an update, another update to Courseplay. So if you know how to get the developer version of Courseplay, you can go ahead and do that. And you'll have a couple new interesting features. One of the most interesting features that I've been made aware of is the fact that now, I guess I could do this, probably quicker. Now, the course generation is different, so it should be more efficient when it generates a course. And so far I've noticed a difference, and I've been doing a little testing with it, and it works pretty good. Also, I finally updated my game extension, so now I can see what's actually in these bales. I didn't realize that was part of the game extension, and now it is, so that's pretty sweet. Show fill type, yeah, there it is. Anyways, so as you can see, these grass bales these are still grass bales, and they have not fermented yet. And it also shows us the weight of them, which is kind of interesting, 0.4 of a ton. So all of these, this is the bales I made from the field over here. So these are all the silage bales. So I went ahead and wrapped and baled those all this field up, and I also did the field over by the dairy cows as well. Let's see if I can hop over here. Where is that spot? Oh, I left it over there. That's not very helpful at all then. Anyway, so I also did that for the dairy cow area too. So I have about, I don't know, how many bales does that be? 180 silage bales ready to be sold. But with the seasons mod, it takes a couple days for them to ferment. So right now we're just waiting for them to ferment, and that's going to be the next thing we're going to do in the winter probably. Because in the winter, things don't always work out the way you want them to, or you don't have much to do, so we're going to leave those bales there for a time and see what happens here. Actually, what I want to do is this. Let's go ahead and... Also, I baled up some of the straw, not all of it, because I have... Oh, I wish I had a tractor over there now. Let's grab the truck. We'll go for a little drive and I'll show you the dairy farm real quick here, because you may want to see the number of bales I already have, which is the reason why I won't be baling anything. Alright, be there in a sec. Alright, just coming up to the dairy farm here, and I'll show you how many bales we have, how many straw bales we have already, because it's quite a lot actually. And by quite a lot it means I probably don't need to bale anything more. So there's our stockpile of grass, hay bales I should say, not grass bales, because with the season's mod you can bale grass, but they don't last very long. And here's our straw. So I have like 90 bales of straw here already, as you can see. So these are just, they're all ready to go, as you can see. So we don't need, I don't think we need any more. So it depends on how many cows we get. I think that should be enough for the winter, for a winter. So we can probably buy cows at some point soon. And that toolbox is just go around the back there, doing its thing. Actually, this might be a good point for the van. Actually, the lizard van. And throw the toolbox in the back, and then you know it won't fall out. And also, as you can see up here, we have our other silage bales. I just left them on the side of the field because they don't need to go into. I believe they can be left outside, and I don't think these ones are silage yet either. If I had to guess, no, they're all grass as well. So, as you can see, I got about just over 90 bales over here, and I have some. Apparently, it's funny because what happened was I think I had left some bales on a trailer when they were auto-loaded, And I think that's what happened. They changed the color. They were pink and now they're kind of like white. So anyways, we can leave that there for the time being. Let's hop over to the other truck here. We'll get this guy rolling. And also with the new courseplay, there's some differences in some of the way the courses are done, which is interesting. So I have discovered some of these interesting things thus far, and I was trying to figure out why things were acting a bit different, and I found out the reason why. Alright, let's go ahead and, so everything that all the other tutorials are basically the same, but there are a few minor differences there. Turn that down just a smidge. Let's just verify this is the right spot. I think it is. Yeah, looks like we're okay still. And set it on overloader, which is already set up that way. And let's hop in the combine, and let's get rolling here. Just stick the pipe out now. Do a little bit of combining. Don't always get a chance to do this, so, wow. That's not ready yet? Really? That's really not ready yet? I'm a little confused now. Because on this it says, oh no, it's yellow. It says growing. It's not ready to harvest yet. Ah. Should have paid more attention to that. So it's growing. My bad. So we're not going to be combining today apparently because it's not ready to go. I thought I totally in my mind I was like, hey, that's ready to go, but it's not. So we are ready for it when it starts to get ready to go. When it's actually ready. That's hilarious. In my mind, we were told good to go for that, but we're not at all. I wonder how many more days it'll be before they are ready. Let's see here. It's on the last stage, so I guess if I progress time till tomorrow, let's check out what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. No, it looks like we'll have sun, so it won't be too bad. Yeah, it looks like we'll probably be able to get that down if we really want to. Let's turn the lights off. We don't need the lights on. So, if that's the case, let's see what we can do here. Alright, in light of my mistake, it's funny. I totally just showed you guys. I was like, I did this. Yeah, it's ready to go. And it's not. I'm totally hitting the growing one, not the ready to harvest one. Oh, maybe I do need the colorblind one. Anyways, so in light of this grave mistake, we're going to do some tillage. It makes me laugh, but cry all at the same time. Because I'm like, really? Did I make like that big a mistake? I'm actually clicking on the. I was actually clicking on the whole like icon and everything to say, hey, no, not ready to go. And then in my mind it still was. So what we could do as well is we're gonna bust out the case stagger. I do like this tractor actually. Out of all the bigger tractors, I like the case quad track, and this stagger is pretty nice actually. Even though I think the end here is a little short. I'm used to it now, and it looks all right now. But still, it looks a bit shorter than the quad tracks. Now, the other thing I could do is I could set this guy up to bale the rest of this field and sell the bales. It's a lot of bales. Like, I only did the headlands, and I got you know, 90 bales. So I don't know how much we'll get from this. So might as well do it for the money. I'm not going to do it all. I may come around and do a couple of them, but I like tillage more than baling. So let's see. Yep, he's on the right course. So, oh, what's that? That's new. Is that starting up? What does that symbol mean? I wonder. You can go wherever. There's lots of space there. There's no bales. Actually, you know what I will do? Here's a little interesting little trick. Because this trailer in front of me isn't doesn't work great. I don't know. Maybe it'll work better with courseplay now, but it wasn't working with courseplay before I updated. So if you're looking for the newest version, it's you're looking for version 5.01.00153 developer version. So keep that in mind. I wonder if this will work now. Let's copy the course from. We want the 4760. And let's see what it says. Yeah, it still says wrong too. Okay, so I didn't think it was gonna work, but I thought I'd double check. So what we're gonna do here is, don't really need the forks on here, but we're gonna leave them on for the time being. come over here. I'm gonna set this guy up to hire a follow worker, so he's gonna pick up the bales as we go along. Is this cheaty? Oh, maybe, but I'm okay with it. If you're not, then don't do it in your game. But I'm perfectly okay with it. All right, I think he's already set it up. If I remember, yes. So he's gonna follow along here, and is he in work position? He is now. So let's just verify he's in work position real quick. And once that's verified, we continue with tillage. Perfect. There we go. To bring out the big guns. So what we're going to do is, I originally had planned to do harvest soybeans, but obviously we can't, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and plant. Why is it? I guess because the turn that he made. He shouldn't be in traffic, but I guess he is. So we're going to do a little bit of fall tillage. I'm going to plant some wheat or barley down here. So this was in canola before. And I don't know why that's in the way, but apparently it is. That's just strange. Maybe I should make them fall a little bit further back. That'll help, hopefully. So like I said, we're gonna put we had canola here before, and now we're gonna put I think we're gonna put wheat or barley in this field because I want to try a winter put down a winter wheat and see what happens. Let's rotate this like so. Now, one of the things that's kind of a shame is that you can't harvest wheat until late summer. Now remember, this is a season based on UK, not a season based in North America, which is the reason why it doesn't work for us North Americans, because it's not designed for our climate. So, all right, you can close that, lower that. There we go. Just go for it. Apparently, it thinks it's only 8 meters wide. I have a sneaking suspicion it's like more like 10. There we go. That makes more sense. I'm like, why does it think it's 8 meters wide? That seems so small. There we go. Bring out the big guns. How many, does it show how many? 35 liters an hour is how much we're using right now doing this. Now, we are plowing, of course, and I really shouldn't be plowing. I should probably cultivate. I could rent. We actually, interestingly enough, this is a rented thing, so I could actually purchase something. Purchase a cultivator as opposed to using this plow. But for now, we're just going to leave it as a plow, I think. But we do have some other options, of course, from the Big Bud DLC. This is a pretty powerful tractor. Well, that's a nice looking seat, actually. This is a pretty powerful tractor, so I could use, I think, anything from the Big Bud DLC, even the biggest one, if I had to guess, honestly. But I don't think we really need something super huge yet. But that will probably be one of the next things. Use an actual cultivator as opposed to, we could get this actually, which is 12 meters wide. Or we can get for the all-rounder, which isn't a bad size either. And then what else? That is, that's 18, so 14 to 18. And then this is 24 meters. I don't think I have anything else. I guess that the Kuhn accelerator is the other one I have that's over there, at 120. So we could upgrade to one of these and actually have a cultivator instead of plowing like this. Because I'm sure some people don't like the fact this is a plow, not a cultivator. There are two versions of it actually. There's this one, which is the plow version I'm using, and then there's also a cultivator, which I could just switch it out to a cultivator. It's a possibility too. Coffee, 1 second. Alright, so this is a little bit of fall tillage. I wasn't expecting to do fall tillage, but that's fine. I love it anyways. Especially with this combination, looks pretty slick together, if I do say so myself. This case stagger. If you're wondering where I got this case stagger from again, it's from American Eagle Modding. Alright. Very nice. I could do this all. I've done I think I've done this like multiple times with Spud specifically, and actually Donald as well. Now I think about it, there have been a few times where we kind of just, you know, done some tillage. Really, you're not going to erase that? Oh, there it is. Hit the wrong button, I guess. There's been quite a few times where I think it's been Donald and I have done this, and I think Spud and I have definitely done this before, where we've kind of just, we both had big buds, we both had big field. Actually, we've done it a couple times with with the cat challengers too, which is a lot of fun. You get a couple fields, you get a couple bigger fields, and then you get to, you just work through the field super quick, which is pretty slick. Also, because this is, we have chopped straw on the map, and as you can see, we missed some. So hopefully, with the new course generation, we won't miss those little bits if I use course play to combine a field. And the same goes for stuff like plowing and stuff like that. Can I raise this speed up? Apparently I was, it doesn't go much faster than 10 kilometers an hour, but apparently I had it set to 10 kilometers an hour. Anyways, so with the chopped straw mod on this map, we're actually getting 2 levels of fertilization. Let's verify that real quick. Let's go to the fertilization, and we should see, yes, as you can see, the little strip right there. It is indeed second stage. So what we can do is, we can actually come around and fertilize one more time after this, and or what I could do as well is I could plant right now. I could plant right after this and then weed it, and that would increase the fertilization level by 1 as well. That's a possibility. It might be a cheaper option actually, now that I think about it, but that means I need to buy a weeder. Actually, 1 second, I totally forgot that. Where is that weeder? With the soil mod, with this mod, so this will actually fertilize, I believe, and seed at the same time. Yeah, so this fertilizes, and well, seed, sorry. So you could put oilseed radish down. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Not right now. I'm still gonna do. I think I'm gonna do winter wheat. Early autumn. Plant some winter wheat and harvest it in late fall. And then what we, yeah, I guess it'd be late summer. Sorry, not late fall. And then what we could do is get that rolling. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of neat, actually. We'll see how this works together. I'm pretty pumped, actually. On the server, we actually have gone through a full season. We went through, we hit winter not too long ago. So that was interesting, because winter on the server was kind of fun because we did a little bit of snow plowing. We did a little bit of BGA work, a little bit of animal work. Oops, I definitely did not lower that. I'm like, wow, we're moving awfully fast here. What's going on? It's because I hadn't lowered it yet. So yeah, it was kind of very interesting to see how it all worked out together. So there wasn't a whole lot to do, but the animals were kept happy. One thing we did notice is that we weren't able to, on our version of a map, we weren't able to feed our sheep hay at all for whatever reason. So the way it works is you can't feed your cows grass in the winter because you wouldn't have a fresh source of grass. Even if you could store it with like a mod or something like that, there won't be any way to kind of like get fresh grass in real life. So they made it so you couldn't feed them at all fresh grass, which is interesting, actually. An interesting choice, in my mind at least. I wish my seeder put fertilizer down too. I think someone said that you can actually hook up the I'm just gonna do this real quick before I forget about it. Stop at the edge of the field, and we want to stop at the edge of the field. If you want to change how close it is, so 1 is as close as you can get to the edge of the field, but if you want to make it a bit further out, you hit this little button right here on the left, on that little plus sign right there, and then I'll stop at 10 meters away from the edge of the field. So that means if I'm not paying attention and looking behind me, it'll beep before we get to the edge of the field, and we'll stop. So yeah, that's kind of neat little things you can do, in my mind at least. One of the things someone said is that with the Great Plains cedar, apparently you can put one of the big bud cedar sections with it. So like, you know, have the big air carts, apparently you can put those together and allows it to fertilize. I haven't done that yet, but I'll have to honestly test that to see if it works. So this is 10 meters here. Well, that's not too bad, actually. Probably could go a bit further away still, but that's fine. There we go. Lower that. A little bit of fall tillage. It's interesting. Some people don't do fall tillage and some people do. It depends on whether you have a no-till setup, I believe. If you have a no-till setup, a lot of people don't do fall tillage. They'll just plant like a winter wheat directly into this and go from there, basically. If they're going to do that. Apparently our John Deere's. How many bales does he have? Don't know why. It's funny. I guess because of just the way it's working and the turnings that he has to do. I guess he just is getting in the way a little bit too often. That's bizarre. Let's put him at maybe 50 meters then. Maybe go 60, 70. Give him lots of space so he can make a turn. Oh, I think the GPS came off yet. So, yeah, I don't know. Apparently you can do that with a Great Plains seeder. I have not tested that, mind you. Sorry, I don't know if it works, but I've been told that it does work together, so maybe that's what we can try out. Maybe I'll try it in one of my single-player testing games and go from there, so could be kind of interesting to see how that works together. So, yeah, a little bit of fall tillage. Like I say, some people don't do fall tillage, and some people do. It just depends on their setup. If you at your farm do fall tillage, let me know why you do fall tillage in the comments below. I'm kind of curious now. A lot of people just want to tear down the extra mess. Like, let's say you put corn down, for example, and you have corn stalks in the field. A lot of people want to take it down and just turn over that earth. So put the corn stalks underneath so they compost a bit more or degrade a bit more, as opposed to having huge chunks of corn or corn stalks sitting above the earth still. So, also we're doing this before we get the rain too, so it wouldn't be terrible to get this done at this time. But I don't think I've ever seen. Have I ever seen a case stacker in real life? I think so. I think I saw a quad track a couple years ago at the farm show, which was really crazy to see. They're huge tractors. You don't realize how big they are. And I saw a Cat Challenger, the one of the bigger ones, at the farm show one year too, and that was pretty impressive too. You don't realize how big some tractors are. Like in the game, you're like, oh, it's a big tractor. It's one of the bigger ones, but you don't really get an idea of the actual size of how big the tractors are until you're like standing beside one. You're like, whoa, that is a monster. It's pretty awesome. There we go. But it is neat when you see it all together, and you get to see like some of the equipment, like the big Penta trailer that I have. I'll show you which one I'm talking about, so you know, you can have a reference. I am referring to this guy right here. This is an enormous, absolutely enormous trailer. I saw it at the farm show this year, and it was outside, and it was just like standing beside it, you just feel dwarfed. It is humongous. Like it's like you feel like a little kid standing beside like an adult for the very first time, and you're looking up at the adult going like, holy macaroni, he's a giant. That's what it felt like with that trailer. It was just super huge. So I don't know, I was really impressed by the size of that thing. It was just crazy. Doing a pretty good job. Going uphill, it's not slowing down too much, so this is good. But I definitely think we should probably, instead of plowing, which looks I don't mind plowing, but I definitely think it makes more sense to have a cultivator, if I'm honest. Because I feel this always feels a bit cheaty, and people, I'm sure everyone would agree with me, going straight from this to a plow. It's nice to have, so like when you do need to plow, you can set it up like with this. I guess we could use the big bud plow now. How big is that thing though? That thing is enormous, isn't it? Or how expensive, I should say. Not how big. Where is that thing? 130,000. How much is it to rent? Oh, that's not too bad actually. Because I think we have. Oh, it's leased. I'm like, what does that mean? It's leased. We leased that one. It's 5,000 a day, and it is 11 meters. So it's the same, actually it's a bit 0.5 a meter bigger. And do we have a big enough tractor for this? I guess technically we do, but it may present problems. So we could rent one of those big plows when we actually need one. I think that's what we'll do. But we'll buy a cultivator because you have to cultivate every season, but only plow every 3 seasons, I guess. So with plowing enabled with seasons mod, it's not as big of a chore because it's really spaced out in comparison. So like when you are with seasons mod, like there's like, I don't know, between the time you have to actually plow, there's like, I don't know how many days, depending on how long your season is, really. I have my season set to 9 days, and I like that pace. Winter, I didn't do much in the summer. I could have actually done silage in the summer, but I didn't in the end, so I just kind of did it the way I thought. I was like, okay, this will work, and then go from there, basically. So, but we do have a couple rented items. We rented the John Deere, the 7 series. That's a nice John Deere, and I think what we'll do is after I finish using it, like I haven't used it at all since I rented it and since I planted with it, I haven't used it at all. So I think what I'll do is after I use it for planting, I'm just gonna sell it. Actually, probably, or not sell it, return it, because it's a leased item. So I can see where Mark's coming from with the leasing things a bit more of the seasons mod, because otherwise you just have it sitting there for ages and not doing anything, basically. Depends on what it is. So, because you rent it for like the season, right? So like if you rent something, you could rent it for like just the autumn and then return it. So, I don't know. That's how it kind of works. 1 second, more coffee. Had a good Canada Day. The food was amazing. My wife made meatballs, which we rarely have. I think the last time I had meatballs was like maybe at her mom's house when she made it for some special occasion. But anyways, they were sweet and sour meatballs. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Then she made this potato salad that was called Fully Loaded Potato Salad. It was like a meal in itself. I couldn't believe it. Like, I think it has like cream cheese in it. It had bacon. It had potatoes, obviously. Onions. It was just a ridiculous potato salad. Amazing, amazing. But like, you don't want to eat too much of that stuff because it's just very filling. Alright. Very good. Might even finish this field today. There we go. As you can see, I'm just leaving a little bits at the end there. We do a little headlands after the end, after we finish the field. We probably don't need to do headlands on the east, well, I guess the north-south side, but we probably don't need to do headlands on that side and the other side, but at the top of the field and the bottom of the field, we'll have to do headlands. Little tiny ones, though. It's a small field, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's check in on our baling. How many bales does he have left? Oh, he's picking up one more. So this is where, I don't know, this kind of setup is nice because it just follows behind him and picks up the bales automatically. And then I don't have to worry about picking them up after, because following around and picking up bales is not my cup of tea all the time. I don't know what this little button, if you know what this little red thing means, let me know. Alright. Let's take this guy off followed worker. Because we cannot pick up any more bales. And, if memory serves, I believe we have a sell bale. So I'm going to sell these bales because I really don't need, I don't think I need more bales, to be honest with you, because there are just a crazy amount. Also, I finally picked up this mod, the buy bales mod. It's been around for ages now, I just never picked it up. I think it's in here. I have not even checked to see which, I don't think I activated it, never mind. But I did download it. It's a tiny little mod for buying bales, but I just have never never picked it up. But now I have it, so I can theoretically use it should I wish to. We want to pick up the sell bales course. We want to go here, and that's the first waypoint. We'll set up to nearest, and then this guy will, I don't even know where the sell point is anymore, so that's why I'm just kind of like gonna set you on your way because I really have no idea where it is. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's just do like a hard turn, because that's gonna solve our problems. But there goes that. So we're gonna sell those bales. So much money we make. Probably won't make very much money. Now the way that those are, oops, he's totally not on course now. So the way he's going to sell bales is he's just going to go to the sell point and then just kind of sit there and chill out. And then we'll go from there, basically. I don't think we're going to be able to finish this field in time. I apologize. I thought we'd have enough time, but apparently it is 30 minutes already. So I'm going to stop the episode there for now, folks, because I can go on blabbing for ages. Ages. Anyways, folks, hope you enjoyed a little bit of fall tillage there. I do like this combination. It looks pretty slick together. The Case 620, Stagger 620 with the True Tandem, the Case True Tandem looks pretty good together. Red's not my favorite color, but that looks like a pretty awesome combination if you ask me. Anyways, my name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, folks, keep on farming.